A believer uses these weapons that Allah has given him. Like Ayat al-Kursi, daily when we get our belief right, then Allah Akar, du'as are all weapons that Allah will grant us victory. However, we should has given to the believers as a protection be patient, as the believers will go through against the shayateen army of devils, many tests before victory is granted, both from amongst the jinn and from. If we look at the lives of the Sahaba we amongst mankind, see stories of great patience, they endured so much, the story of Bilal and many more such stories where the companions 7. Allah will save you were persecuted. What have we gone through? We live comfortable lives. We in the end we deliver our messengers have gone through nothing compared to and those who believe to safety. Thus is it what the Sahaba went through, fitting on our part that we should deliver those who believe. Al-Quran 10:103 Victory of Allah is on its way, this is the promise of Allah. If it doesn't happen in our Prophet Yunus as was in the stomach lifetime, it will happen in our children's of the fish. Yet when he called out to Allah lifetime, but it will happen, saying, O Allah, there is no God but you, glory be to you, I have wronged myself and in the hereafter, and the Quran 21:87 Allah heard his plea. Companions of paradise will call out to the companions of the fire, we have already found what our Lord promised us to be true. Have you found what your Lord ate? Protection promised to be true. They will say, yes. Then an announcer will announce among Allah the Most High, says, verily Allah. The curse of Allah shall be upon the will defend from ill those who believe. Wrongdoers. Surah Araf 44 Verily, Allah loves not any that is a traitor to faith or shows ingratitude. Al-Quran 22:38. 6. Protection from shaitan. Allah will protect the believers. If you are a believer, then Allah will protect you. This Allah, the Most High says, no authority is the promise of Allah. Be mindful of Allah has He, i.e., shaitan, over those who and He will protect you. Believe and put their trust in their Lord. Al-16:99-59 Quran page. Allah's promises to those who fear Him. 4. Reward of Allah. 1. Paradise. Satan threatens you with poverty and orders you to immorality, while Allah but those who feared their Lord will be promised you forgiveness from Him and driven to paradise in groups until, when bounty. And Allah is all-encompassing and they reach it while its gates have been knowing. Surah Al-Baqarah 268 Opened and its keepers say, peace be upon you, you have become pure, so enter and the reward of the hereafter is it to abide eternally therein, they will better for those who believed and were. Enter. Surah Zumar 73 Fearing Allah. Surah Yusuf 57. 2. Blessings. Barakah. Verily, he who fears Allah with obedience to Him, and is patient, then Allah the Most High says, if the people surely, Allah makes not the reward of the towns had but believed and feared Musliman to be lost. Surah Yusuf, verse. Allah, we should indeed have opened out number 90. To them all kinds of blessings from heaven and earth, but they rejected the Allah's promises to truth, and we brought them to book for good doers their misdeeds. Al-Quran 7:96-1. Paradise. Jannah. We should not believe in Allah and His Messenger in order to seek the Allah, the Most High says, give glad blessings of this world, rather we should tidings to those who believe and work seek the blessings of the hereafter, righteousness, that their portion is. However at times Allah will bless this gardens, beneath which rivers flow. Every time they are fed with fruits therein, they sins also have an effect on blessings. Say, why, this is what we were fed with. An individual whose sins can be deprived of before, for they are given things in many blessings in his life. The fear of Allah similitude, and they have therein stops one from sinning, companions pure and holy, and they abide therein forever. Al-Quran 25 And whoever does righteous deeds. 3. Allah is with them whether male or female, while being a believer, those will enter paradise and will truly, Allah is with those who fear Him not be wronged, even as much as their duty unto Him, and those who spec on a date seed. Surah An-Nisa 60 Keep are Muslimin good doers. An-Nahl 124 page verse number 128 This promise of Allah is sufficient. One wipes away sins if borne patiently. Does not even need to think of the other hardship, trials and tribulations etc. Promises, as this promise of paradise is sufficient and is in fact more than what we deserve. 4. Love for them in Jannah are things an eye hasn't seen, the ear hasn't heard, the mind has not. Allah, the Most High says, verily, those imagined and language cannot express, who believe and work deeds of. However, one has to earn this, as the righteousness, the most gracious will. Paradise is not cheap. Bestow love for them. Al-Quran 19:96 If you draw your heart closer to Allah, then Allah will draw the hearts of the believers closer to you. If you displease to the mercy of Allah, Rahmah Allah by pleasing the creation, then Allah will be displeased with you and will make Allah, the Most High says, then, as to the creation also displeased with you and those who believed and did righteous. If you please Allah by displeasing the deeds, their Lord will admit them to His creation, then Allah will be pleased with mercy. That will be the achievement for all you and will also make the creation to see. Al-Quran 45:30 Pleased with you. This is what we should want, for the 3. Allah will erase the evil hearts of the believers to love us. So love Allah and Allah will make the servants of Allah, the Most High says, those who Allah love you. This love is only from the believe and work righteous deeds, from sincere believers, but such love is not to be. Them shall we blot out all evil that may be expected from the disbelievers and from them, and we shall reward them the insincere believers, according to the best of the deeds. Al-Quran 29:7 Jannah is pure, so it can only admit 5. No effort will be wasted someone who is pure. Jannah and Allah the Most High says, as to those impurity cannot go together. There is no who believe and work righteousness, verily one who is free from sin. We are all we shall not suffer to perish the reward of contaminated, every one of us, so how can any who do a single righteous deed? Al we wash away these sins. Allah promises Quran 18:30 that with the believers He shall wash away their sins. This is done through the 61 following ways. Tawbah repentance, page istighfar seeking forgiveness, illness also Allah the Most High says, as to 7. Guidance. Hidayah are those who believe and work righteousness. Allah will pay them in full their reward, but Allah the Most High says, those who Allah loves not those who do wrong. Al believe and work righteousness, their Lord. Quran 3:57 will guide them because of their faith. Beneath them will flow rivers in gardens of sometimes you might feel that you are bliss. Al-Quran 10:9 Wasting your time. For instance, you are giving dua calling towards Islam, but and this is what we need most. Nobody is listening, or you can't see it just because we are believers. It change in the people. You should know doesn't mean that we don't need. That your reward is with Allah and none of guidance. We need guidance in. Your effort will be wasted, as success is every moment of our lives, not about numbers. The most frequent dua that one makes. Rasulullah says that when I was in Surah Al-Fatiha, O Allah guide us, taken to the heavens, I saw a prophet to the straight path. Al-Quran 1:5 With 10 followers, a prophet with 5 so Allah will guide them because of followers, a prophet with 2 followers, some their iman we cannot live without the with 1 follower and some with no guidance and tawfiq ability to do good of followers. However, these prophets did not Allah fail, rather it was the people who refused to Believe. In fact, Allah will pay you back with more than what you did. 8. No fear and no grief. Allah the Most High says, those who 6. A good ending believe, and do deeds of righteousness, and establish regular prayers and regular. Allah, the Most High says, for those charity, will have their reward with their who believe and work righteousness, is Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall every blessedness, and a beautiful place they grieve. Al-Quran 2, 277 of final return. Al-Quran 13, 29. You will see the wrongdoers fearful of Allah promises a good ending for the what they have earned, and it will believers. Don't worry about all the certainly befall them. And those who have difficulties that are being experienced now, believed and done righteous deeds will be as the happy end is for the believers, in lush regions of the gardens in paradise, having whatever they will in the presence of their Lord. That is what is the great 62 bounty. Page 9. A good life. Hayatan Tayyiba, the righteous workers. Surah An-Kabum 58. Allah the Most High says, whoever comes to him as a works righteousness, man or woman, and believer having done righteous deeds, for has faith, verily, to him will we give anew those will be the highest degrees in life, a life that is good and pure, and we will position Surah At-Taha 75 bestow on such their reward according to the best of their actions. Al-Quran 16, 97. But if you desire Allah and His Messenger, and the home of the hereafter, then verily, Allah has prepared for Al-10 a good place in paradise, Musanat, good doers amongst you, an enormous reward. Al-Azab, verse number 29. Gardens of perpetual residence, which they shall have all that they will desire they will enter, beneath which rivers flow, with their Lord. That is the reward of they will have therein whatever they wish. Musainan. Az Zumar, verse number 34. Thus does Allah reward the righteous. Surah An-Nahl 31. The example of paradise, which the righteous have been promised, is that beneath it rivers flow, its fruit is lasting, and its shade. That is the consequence for the righteous, and the consequence for the disbelievers is the fire. Surah Ar-Ru'ad 35, is the description of paradise, which the righteous are promised, wherein are rivers of water unaltered, rivers of milk the taste of which never changes, rivers of wine delicious to those who drink, and rivers of purified honey, in which they will have from all kinds of fruits and forgiveness from their Lord, like that of those who abide eternally in the fire and are given to drink scalding water that will sever their intestines. Surah Muhammad 15. And those who have believed and done righteous deeds, we will surely assign to them of paradise elevated chambers 63, beneath which rivers flow, wherein they eternally. Excellent is the reward of Page-Abide. Chapter 11. Place by doing a righteous deed. You need to depend on Allah and trust that what He has planned for you is the best you can waste to have, for this life and the hereafter.